Hey, what's going on, people? It is your home slice, good old CHH. I'm back here today, guys. I'm going through my collection and being like, wow, I haven't shown a lot of this stuff off, and I thought it would be fun to do a 4K Steelbook video. Now, if I did reviews on it, like the Fright Night Steelbook or something like that, if you have a question on, hey, do you own this, do you own this, I'll link you below. But a lot of the stuff that I've reviewed and done videos for, I did not include. This is mostly stuff that I've never talked about or shown before, with the exception of one thing. And we're going to get right into it. And there is horror in here and things like that. Just stuff that maybe I've never shown before. So without further ado, let's get right into it. And I'm going to start out with the best Steelbook box set I've ever seen. That is the Rambo Set. I love this thing. I wish we could get this for like a Nightmare on Elm Street. If they did something like this where they gave us all Steelbooks for the movies and this like nice bulletproof case, that would rule. And of course, we got one of my all-time favorites, Rambo 3 in here. This does include Rambo Last Blood. And it's got a code that I used for the director's cut of Rambo Last Blood. So, yeah, this is one of my favorite sets. I love it. I did a big video on this where I ranked them and showed this set off. But I cannot not show this off. This is like, I want more like this. I think Superman got one that I wouldn't mind getting because I only screw with them old school superhero movies. Speaking of horror, let's go with some of these. This is the 3 from Hell Steelbook. I've lessened on this movie as time's gone on, but I am a sucker for a good Steelbook, and I really like the ones that have these sleeves on it, because not only do they protect, but they also add art, and that's just cool. So I'm always down with stuff like that. So that's 3 from Hell. Spiral, the latest Saw movie. I got the Steelbook for that, and this one's cool too. I like it. The slip doesn't add much, but I mean it does have the wording and on there and everything. But I thought it was a good looking Steelbook. So Spiral, which I like that movie. Thought it was a nice little addition to the Saw franchise. No hate. Yes. Speaking of horror, the Dracula 4K Steelbook. I adore this movie. I absolutely adore Dracula. This is a beautiful Steelbook, 4K and a Blu-ray. Most of these come with Blu-rays. And the back's got that perfect... I always wanted a replica of that, and I know Creation X makes one. But yeah, this 4K looked fantastic, by the way. And when the Steelbook was announced, I was so happy. Because the 4K release came out years ago, but the Steelbook didn't come out till just recently. American Psycho. Love American Psycho. This is a great Steelbook. Look, it's got like the face mask peeling thing on there. This movie's a masterpiece to me. I think this is just one of the best 90s horror films ever. Just great. I don't know what to say. I love American Psycho. Just a brilliant movie. I guess we're going to go through the horror ones first. Cloverfield from Paramount. I was surprised that a found footage movie looking good on 4K, but it did in fact look good. I don't know how else to put it. I guess they just used really nice cameras for a found footage movie, because I was like, wow, it's found footage. But damn it, it looked pretty good. So I got to give it to Cloverfield. I can't believe I never did a review on this one, but I just didn't. Psycho, the original Psycho film on 4K. This is a good looking one, 4K and Blu-ray as per usual. There's the back. I think this was kind of before those slip things were like a thing, so I don't think Universal had jumped on that yet. Or I don't even know if they do, if that's just Paramount or Lionsgate. The Shining, Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. This is one of the best 4K movies you'll ever see so far. I mean, it looks amazing. And I almost didn't grab the Steelbook, but the more I kept looking at it, the more I kept like falling in love with it, because it's like, you know, the maze thing at the end of the movie. So I really like this, but this is a beautiful 4K. Good God, it looks good. One of the most controversial releases, Terminator 2 on 4K. I finally got this for $10 at Best Buy. You're probably asking, why do I have it? Because it is like a trophy. I mean, look how beautiful that is. Now, it is not a great 4K scan. It basically just looks like a DNR'd Blu-ray. That's just what it looks like. But for $10, like, I'll bite that and just deal with it because of how nice this is. I mean, that artwork right there. And then on the back, it's just so colorful. How do you hate on that? I mean, not for 10. Yeah, you can't hate on it for $10. So, yes, I had to get this even for $10. And even if it's bad, this is awesome. So, you know, we talked about this last time, but again, The Running Man with a slipcover. So this is interesting. It's a Steelbook with a slipcover. Amazing film, The Running Man. One of my favorite Schwarzenegger films in the world. Check this one out. I love it so much. Next up, guys, we've got Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs. I was not a big fan of this movie. I appreciate it, but it's funny because I was talking to somebody. I said, I feel like I've seen this movie before, like an old movie, and I forgot what movie it was. But they're like, yeah, it's pretty derivative of that. It's when I think of Tarantino, I like other movies over this, is what I'm saying. Like, I really prefer, well, we'll get to my favorite one, but like, I like the one with the Nazi stuff a lot, with the Jew Bear. What was that called? I forget the name of it, but I love that one more than this one. Inglourious Bastards, right? So, not my favorite Tarantino film, but the 4K for these movies looked really good. So, and anything that has Harvey Keitel is still an automatic B-, at least. So I'll give this movie a B-. But maybe sacrilege to say that because I think a lot of people would say Reservoir Dogs is one of his best, possibly. Next up, we have a Brian De Palma film, The Untouchables. This movie is a masterpiece. I don't know how many people watching this have seen this movie, but The Untouchables is damn good. Kevin Costner, Charles Martin Smith, Andy Garcia, Robert De Niro, and Sean Connery. Al Capone. I mean, this movie is so good. I love it. And it was a beautiful 4K. So yeah, I love The Untouchables. Just awesome movie. This one is just 4K, by the way. There is no Blu-ray in this Untouchables release, just in case anybody's wondering. Next up, Jean-Claude Van Damme. We're getting some more of his films on 4K and high definition, which is good. We definitely need Bloodsport on 4K. I think it just got a German release, which I might have to snag. But I definitely want to see if Vinegar Syndrome's going to pick it up first. We definitely need movies like Lionheart or Double Impact on 4K. Hopefully that happens. But we do have Universal Soldier, and this is one of his biggest hits. It's him and Dolph Lundgren. This is an amazing film from 1992. As a matter of fact, somebody was telling me I should do that thing where I rank, I give my favorite movie from each year since I was born. And if you guys are into that, I'll do it. Let me know down below. But this would probably be my favorite from 92. I don't know. But this movie is insanely good. The Universal Soldier, that is. I mean, I love it. Dolph Lundgren killed it in this. Van Damme is such a good guy. I mean, I don't know. It's like a working man's Terminator, but just as good. You know what I mean? I love Universal Soldier, masterpiece in my opinion. All right, this is in fact my favorite Tarantino film, as cliche as it is, and it's a beautiful 4K. That is Pulp Fiction. I love this movie so much. I really do. I love all the arcs in it and the stories in this, and my boy John Travolta is my favorite part of this movie. He's so relatable to me, the way he freaks out over an expensive milkshake. Something about that just makes me like fall in love with his character. And I think that's what Tarantino was good at, or is good at, is that kind of stuff. And Pulp Fiction on 4K is like everything. And I liked the Steelbook art for this over the regular poster. I was never a big fan of like the poster art for Pulp Fiction, but this Steelbook, I loved it. So it's the diner scene, and it's my favorite stuff. And on the back, you've got the shake, a burger, and an apple pie. Like, I love it. So that's my favorite Tarantino film. Beautiful 4K, by the way. Next up, this was extremely eye-opening to me. If you guys want me to do a video down the road on like my thoughts on animation in 4K, let me know. That way I'll keep my words on this pretty sparse for now. But Transformers the movie on 4K, oh man. Anything that involves Stan Bush in it is money and gold. And the back of this is beautiful too. So I was so happy when I found this. This does have a Blu-ray and a 4K. Yes. It's a full frame for the Blu-ray, which is weird, but it's widescreen for the 4K. But amazing. I'll keep it. If you guys want me to do a video talking about animation on 4K, I will, because I do have an opinion on that. I just never talked to you guys about it before. Next up, Men in Black. Shout out my boy Kyle for hooking me up with this. I've wanted this so bad, but it kept getting pricey, and we waited till it got pretty cheap. Then he hooked me up with a copy. One of my favorite films of the 90s, and this Steelbook is beautiful. I love all the art on there. Look at that, all the characters, the cigarette smoking little things, the big cockroach, and then I have a pug that looks just like Frank the Pug. My pug's name is Owen, but they're identical. They look identical. Amazing movie. I've watched it probably once a year, every year since it came out. Like, that's how much I love this movie. I don't think I've gone a year since 1997 that I haven't watched Men in Black once. I love it that much. Beautiful 4K. This is the last thing I want to talk about. I'll show all of these at once. The Laika Studios Shout Factory 4Ks. My wife is actually into these, and I watch them because she likes them. This is a Kubo with 2 strings. This just came out. And these aren't animation. These are like that claymation, if you will. You know, it's like a 3D looking world, but everything is made out of, I guess it's claymation. I don't know exactly how to describe it. Box Trolls. And my thoughts for these are all the same. Paranorman and Coraline. Coraline is my favorite one out of all these. Some of these I can take or leave. Like Paranorman's fine. Box Trolls was pretty fun. And Kubo and the 2 strings like that. My wife's into these, and that's fine. So I get them, and she loves how great they look. But Coraline is like another kind of Nightmare Before Christmas type thing, and I really loved this movie, believe it or not. I have actually gone on my way to tell Sydney, hey, I'll watch Coraline again, and the music's great in it, and it's just dark and moody. And these all look insanely good. Insanely good. Like I said, if you guys want me to do a video talking about my thoughts and showing like my thoughts, because I have other 4Ks that I never show that aren't Steelbooks, that are animation, I'd do it if you guys are into it. So there you go. That is my 4K Steelbook collection. Like I said, I have other stuff like Fright Night, the Halloween movies, the ones that have gotten Steelbooks and things like that. If you guys want to know if I had something that maybe wasn't in here, if I have it, I'll drop the link to my video that I probably reviewed it with. And if not, drop a comment below on what I should get. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for watching this. Tell me what 4K Steelbooks you have, and we'll talk in the next video, I guess. Oh, You Need a Candle, 6 p.m. We got a great listing coming out today. We've got Lost Boys candles, Lost Boys wax melts. We've got Shocker. We've got a bunch of stuff. We got more stuff. So check us out. Go to younideacandles.com. I'll have the link in the pinned comment down below. I love you guys. Take it. Hey, a huge giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.